We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. So good to have you here with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson getting set for kickoff here. Greg, no matter how many ways we look at this game, it always comes down to one stat, doesn't it? How you take care of the ball.
Yeah, it's just so crazy, Mike, that every single week, no matter how complex these matchups get, how many factors there are to determining who wins and who loses any game in the NFL, at the top of the list, the most important metric that everybody studies, can you protect the ball on offense, and can you take it away on defense? I don't think today's matchup is any different. Can you be aggressive and take care of the ball? And on defense, if you get your opportunity to take it away and give it back to your offense, you've got to make the play.
Taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the second straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Not the sharpest of starts on offense here, an early 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw, and that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They send the tight end in motion. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He'll let one go down the middle. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. First and 10.
19, Tiger.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. A toss to the right. Here comes Gibbs. Angling to the sideline. Inside the 35. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. A gain there of 27 yards.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses. The ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run.
The motion man is Johnson. Here's a design run. Come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go.
Tight end going in motion here. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. He'll pop his head for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll look to throw. That's taken in. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
Williams going to throw on the first play. That's the big tight end, Colston Loveland. Look at that big man go. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 86 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Now, here comes a return from the mound. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Outside, so I'm staying inside. Shawty, you and I about to take a poop. Like Tupac. I see a bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Throwing on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you down trying to feel alive. But I'm incentivized by
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball.
So you take the field as a defense and you understand that the opposing team just gave up points. They want to grab back some of the momentum, some of the energy on the sideline. In the back of your head, you're saying, all right, they're going to take a shot probably within these first couple plays. Here they did it on the first play. It's exactly what happened. Good coverage and ball's incomplete.
Give to Gibbs, running right. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Off the play fake. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Roquan Smith, the one who gets in there and takes him down.
Anytime you call a trick play, there's really two options. One, the play caller ends up looking like a genius. It plays out exactly as expected. But when they don't, it can be the complete opposite, and that one, it falls under the latter.
So after one, it's the Bears off to the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
Williams is going to look to throw it on 1st down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Mike Wiesbaum was saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Couldn't take the chance. He's going to return it from the goal line. And he brought down. That's 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. They'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now faking the give. The throw on the move is caught. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
That's good. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They run the draw. Here's Henry. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. That's enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's the toss, right side to Henry. A tick under 2 minutes until halftime. We'll come back to Miami after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They run out of the gun and tag on the reverse. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Moving the tight end right. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now this time they'll look to... No chance at all. He'll go down. Roquan Smith gets it for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. Now this offense could use the first of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Malik Neighbors for the score.
Great job here on 4th and goal. The most difficult play to defend, Mike, is scramble pass in the red zone. There's teams out there that create these exact opportunities because of the stress it puts on coverage. That's why it's so critical for these defenses to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Because when you don't, it is so hard to latch onto these receivers for that amount of time.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This is fielded inside the 5. Good job in coverage. They got him down short of the 20-yard line.
They're on the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Good look. Yeah. Tempo. Vegas.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That is completed. Dunze working across the field. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. It's into the hands of Alonzo Zacchaeus. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one. And they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Williams to the air once more. Will throw it back and has his running back. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. The Bears call out their field goal team. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. So we reached the intermission. It was an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Now, this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
The onside kick recovered by the kicking team.
First down with Henry. Angling to the sideline. Inside the 35. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 20. And that will be a first down. Now a give, but here comes the reverse. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
They hand it to Gibbs.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now, you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
It really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. And they only managed to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Not even a little bit. Oh, Lord. Know yourself. Know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Won't do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh, Lord. I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keeps gonna
A tight end in motion now.
70 Lions.
On 3rd down, they'll set up the throw. Short pass taken in by Brown. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Tyler Luke on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So on is Tyler Luke in a big spot. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one online. And it is good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. The throw here is complete. And they'll get about half what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super concerned. Just handoff left, handoff left. And it just turns into tackle practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything. Because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
I mean, Michelin, Beverly, no dividend. She said that I'm born like a lavish Timberland.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
What is it?
No give on the ground. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks. He's forced 2 minutes to play. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Here's Williams. This one taken in by Ogunze. Down to the 10. And he's in. Roll Ogunze. Touchdown, Chicago. Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Our home team, 9.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. This is 1st and 10. Here's Henry. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yards. Here's 2nd down. They put Adams in motion. Henry. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs. Back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 30-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 60 Buffalo 18.
They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
4th down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
It's no secret. This offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and the scoreboard, for the most part, like, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
Drive will start on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now a second timeout called by the defense. As they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. They'll stick with him again. Finds it out to the 35. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. So pretty close. They'll stay on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, with a clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. An unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Here we go. One final play. Forced out wide, and the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Bears. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of This is the Madden Championship Series from USAA Stadium. As the official salute to service partner of Madden and the NFL, USAA is proud to serve the military community and their families. With Greg Olson, Mike Tirico up here in the booth. So glad that you are along with us. Greg got a couple offenses here that love to take their shots down the field. So the defenses really have their task right in front of them if they want to win this game.
Yeah, no question. I think as many of the matchups that we've dove into this entire week, it really comes down to which defense puts a lid on the opposing passing game and prevents as many big plays as possible. We see it week in and week out. The correlation between generating big plays, especially through the air, directly leads to the ability to score points. So make teams go the long way. You know, the defensive old saying is make them snap it again.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Panther 60, 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Out of the gun, they'll throw it right away. They're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Loss of 8 yards.
Roquan Smith,
second down.
he's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
Cut 19, cut 70 Lions. 19 Lions.
They'll look to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. Intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Jabbar Briscoe.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback with that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Touchdown. Vegas, Vegas. Yeah. Tempo.
Here's Williams to begin with a pass. Will be taken down at the 25-yard line. 20 yards on that pass play. First down, Chicago.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
What is it on? Here we go.
Here's a first down for their running back. And he broke through the initial contact. Winds up getting about 3. It's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun. Here's Williams.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Ready to go.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take it on in. Randy Moss. Touchdown, Bears.
And it's just another element that defenses have to worry about when playing a team like this. You match up with all their skill guys in the route concept, and then there's nobody left to account for the quarterback, and he ends up making the play. Big-time finish, big-time play, and they end this drive with 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Torrey Horton now to return it. They'll get across the 20, put them down at the 23-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that is Horton. It's caught. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard loss. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
At the 45-yard
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Ready?
They're going to motion the tight end over here.
Ready?
He'll drop to throw. That'll be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short
The first contest played here is still the highest attended game in NFL history. And crowds pushing 80,000 continue to arrive every time the league plays at Estadio Azteca here in Mexico City. Hello all, Kate Scott up here in the booth, and joining me as always, my partner Brock Heward. All right, Brock, everyone hoping we see a competitive contest here, and both teams feel they can provide that.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I mean, you just stack these two teams up. We've all done our homework. They've done a lot more practice time and film watching and everything else. But by all accounts, the numbers will tell you, the talent will tell you, we're going to have a competitive chess match, and I can't wait to watch it.
He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Stopped after reaching up to the 33. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
First down now, ball at the 33. Williams from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Williams to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he's got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snare.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Working from the gun, Williams. Completed over the middle. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commander's territory.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd and 3 now.
What is it?
Here's Williams again. Looking slant route, complete. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. One play action. Williams. That is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. Extra point attempt coming up. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders, nothing.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. On the return, here comes Austin. He's brought down just inside the 25.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Drive starts with an option, right side. They pitch it out to him here. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. Looking for his wide receiver there. But it's still only 2nd and 4.
Second down.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. It's an early lead for the Bears. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at 2nd and 4. He'll call his own number. Oh, the football's loose. And the Bears have it. And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
Hey, listen, I'm all for quarterbacks as artists. Like, you can't be a blacksmith. You've got to be an artist. You've got to create back there. But in the world of got-tos, you also got to hold on to the ball. That's a big-time turnover.
First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays where they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. He's looking for Colston Loveland. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Third down. Here's Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th and long. The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal unit for this try. One of the league's elder statesmen knocks it through. And this one is center change. Couldn't have hit that much better.
Kate, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead. But you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to it.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hot 70, hot 70. Net.
Space on the right. He's got room. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders start to fight back for their first points of this game.
You saw me chuckle. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. If they just get to celebrate, they love Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders cut it to a field goal game.
Commanders 7. Portland Anderson.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out. So they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35.
35-yard line.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Try the middle with Gordon. He picks up 5 on that 1st down run. Brings up 2nd down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Williams will look to throw. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Vegas!
1st down, Williams. And that's got it, left side. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 on the other side, Brock. We've reached our 2-minute warning. One from Mexico City in just a moment. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here. On the give, it's Gordon. He drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds him on the slant. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the 1st. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
Has his man caught by Gunzak. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Williams to throw on 1st. That is targeted Zacchaeus. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears grow their lead just before halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. On the return, here comes Austin. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Cut 19. 10 through 11. 70.
Working now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. Galloping inside the 40. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. Pick up there of 39 yards. And that's good for a Washington first down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. First and 10, he keeps it on the option. Will be yarded most there. It's second down. The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Second down pass play coming. Rolling left, buying some time. Has it at the 7. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Ready.
Runs him quickly on the RPO. There's some defensive initiative in that goal to go block. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Second and goal at the 10-yard line.
They get to Gibbs on the option. And they're turned away again. Two great defensive stands. We've arrived at third and goal. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
19. Here we go. Shot. Cowboy 80. Go.
Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete on third and goal. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that forces them to fourth and goal. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, Brock, it has been a fun one so far, and hopefully it gets even better. Second half underway from Mexico City. On the return, here comes Austin. And he's brought down inside the 20 on a hopeful effort.
At their own 18-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. On the move, headed right. Driving in with the 30. He's all the way up to the 41. They managed 22 on the rim and a first down.
Yeah, I don't want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass. And then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
70 Timberwolves.
Looks like they go an option keeper on first and 10. They pitch it to him. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. First down from the 42.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Quick throw completed out to the left. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Gain of 15 there. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They put a receiver in motion right. The handoff here for Gibbs on his own lead. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Washington first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Another one for Gibbs. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Bears' 6-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
Let's go.
Running for the marker, it's Gibbs. When he gets in, touchdown! The Commanders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Setting up to try the point after.
Extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Commanders make it 17 all.
17.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. First and 10. Can't slip that initial tackle. Snaps made for no gain on that first down play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Williams from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. This game remains tied after 3, so we'll decide things right here in the 4th quarter. Third down here, need 8 on the play. Back to throw it. That's the first down, and he's still going. Off to the races, middle of the field. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a 4th quarter lead.
You know, Kate, there's a a reason that slant route has been in playbooks, I don't know, since football began.
Up the middle, and somebody blocked it!
They let them break the tie, but blocking that extra point could become pivotal. A huge moment in this game down the stretch. Stays a 6-point game. So if they can find that end zone, and their offense knows it, their kick could give them the lead and may even be the deciding point.
Good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. On the return, here comes Austin. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10. And they're on 22-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Cowboy 80.
He's got on the ground with Gibbs. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down. Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Liking 18. Ready, ready.
Lead option on 1st down. He's going to keep it. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Well, they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Mexico City. Commanders down by a touchdown. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Quick throw is caught. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
First down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, it's Gibbs. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
19, 18, Pioneer. 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
He'll look to throw it. Could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Bears make the play that should win them this game.
The Bears take over first down.
You